Happy New Year. Hope you all had a great holiday. You know, if you celebrated Christmas or anything, I hope you had a great Christmas. And like I said, Happy New Year. We are finally in 2021. And I'm so happy that we left 2020 behind. So today's video is going to be a sort of visual guide on how to create a blog, because I always get questions from people who ask me how to create a blog, the steps to do, how to design it, you know, and other questions like, you know, what apps to make stories or apps to edit videos. So I just decided, you know, within this new year, I am going to start making little videos like this where I give a little bit of tips and advice on blogging or on social media, and, you know, just helping you guys out in whatever areas that you may need, because why not? We're all here on earth to help each other anyway. So this video is just going to be sort of a visual guide into creating a blog and designing it. You know, there's so many different types of there's so many different types of articles out there and other people who explain it, but you know, you rarely ever see like an actual visual of like a step by step. And you know, a lot of us out here, like myself, are visual learners, so I definitely love to see a video that kind of just goes over everything. So that's kind of what this video will be. So I will just show you, like, you know, I'll just walk you through a process of what you need to do. Before even creating the blog itself and designing it, I have 3 tips that I think are very important for you to acknowledge before any of that. So the first one is deciding why you want to start a blog. And that's just as simple as, is it going to be a hobby, or is it going to be like a personal brand that you want to make a career? Because that's really going to determine your entire blogging feelings, I guess. Because if you just want it to be a hobby, you're not going to really put too much attention into it or put too much like money towards it or stuff like that. But if you go into it definitely wanting it to be sort of a personal brand and creating it as like, this is gonna be my career or something like that, then you're gonna actually focus more onto it and, you know, actually care more about it. And that also helps within the designing process, because when you're designing it and creating it, there are more steps if you do decide to go onto the personal brand side. So yeah, that's first tip. So tip number 2 is figuring out your niche. So your niche, whatever. So it's just what your blog is going to be about. So my blog is fashion, lifestyle, travel. It's a whole bunch of everything, because I just talk about everything. I like everything. So mine kind of just focuses. So I guess I would say mine's more lifestyle, because I believe, like, you know, travel, fashion, wellness, that's all part of lifestyle. So my blog definitely falls under the lifestyle category. But if you want yours to be like on cooking, video games, entertainment, cars, whatever, motherhood, parenthood, fatherhood, whatever, like, you know, you need to figure that out, because once again, that does play into your design process. So the final tip, number 3, is going to be figuring out your blog name and registering it for a domain. So once again, if you go on to the personal brand side, you will want to have a good domain that you can register that will be like a .com, .co, .org, whatever. So figuring out a sort of name that fits with your blog idea, with your niche. I can't ever say that word right. How do you say that word? But anyway, so figuring that out is going to also help with your designing too. So for example, if you do choose to go with like cooking, then you could be like, you know, Jane Doe Cooks or Jane Doe's Recipes. Or if you decide to do like video games, you could be like Call of Duty Shay, or I don't know, like whatever. But you know what I mean? So, you know, figure out your name that's gonna fit with your blog or whatever. Like mine is just SJ Kane, which is just my name, because like I said, it's everything within the lifestyle world, so it's kind of just like, it's me talking to you, so I'm gonna just name it after me. So yeah, but you know, we can be more creative than I was and kind of do something else. And you know, so there's always like blog name generator.com, business name, whatever. You can Google it and it will take you to websites that will help you. If you just put in keywords, like if you put in like a keyword like your name and like plays or something, then it will create a whole name for you. So now let's get into the visuals. All right, so as you can see, this is Bluehost. So Bluehost is a web hosting website that basically backs up your blog, keeps it safe, monitors it, and it also allows you to own your own blog. So if you ever notice how some people's blogs say like Shay at squarespace.com, for example, that just shows that they do not own their blog. So having something like Bluehost is going to make your blog self-hosted. And having a self-hosted blog actually plays more in your favor because people will respect your blog more and see that you're actually, you know, like owning it and taking it as a career. And if you ever want to work with brands in the future, brands like to see that as well. So what you want to do is go ahead and make an account. And once you're done making an account, you're going to come to this page, which is your home page. And this just shows you your domains, your websites, and other tools that Bluehost has that you can access. Next, you can actually register your domain on Bluehost, and it makes it so much easier. So you don't really have to go onto a different website like GoDaddy. You can just go straight here onto Bluehost. So just click on register domain and it should bring you to the page where you're able to type in the domain that you want, and it will bring up a bunch of different options for you. So it will show you what's available and what's unavailable, as you can see on the screen. So you have to choose a name, like I said, that's very unique because a lot of them can be taken. As you can see, Shay.com is taken, Shay.org, but no worries. If you do choose like a generic-ish name, it will give you more options. Okay, once your domain is registered, you can now create a website. So as you can see, these are all of my websites, but I'm going to choose the Pink Couch one that is not fully designed yet, but I'm currently designing it. So you just want to create your site, and yours may look different than mine since mine's already a site. So once you do get into your actual WordPress home site, I guess, like your doc site, it's going to look a little bit different than mine, so no worries. Now we are in the WordPress home site, like I said earlier. I don't know the word for it, but here is everything that you're going to see, all the tools that you'll need to create your blog and help design it. So just look around a little bit, you know, go on the left-hand side, look at your home stuff, look at your plugins, your pages, menus, widgets, everything, just so you can become acquainted with this, with the platform and the server. All right, peeps. So before we get into the actual designing, what you should do first is create your pages and categories. So your pages are your blog's topics and content. So on my blog, I have fashion, I have lifestyle, I have travel, and then categories are just the subtopics. So for example, under travel, it says guides, it says Boston, it says Madrid. Under fashion, it says lookbook, it says trends. So just go ahead and create your pages and then create sub pages for them. And so you just have to go into your pages, click add new, and it should bring you to that page where you can create it, and then go to categories and create them as well, and you should be all set. After you create your pages and categories, next you want to go over to your menu structure, which is just going to make your design process easier because that's where your pages and categories lay. So once you do go into the menu structure area, all you have to do is select the pages and categories that you want to be on your blog and add it over. Now onto the fun stuff. So click on appearance and then go into theme. And once you get into theme, well, mine looks a little bit different because these are themes that I have already saved to this account. But as a new account, it's going to show you the browse theme option. So you should be able to just click on browse theme option and go and search whichever theme that you want. And like I said before, choose a theme that fits your niche and something that's going to be very relatable to what your content is going to be about. And you can always just type it in. Like you can type in fashion, you can type in beauty, you can type in gaming, cooking, and it should show you a bunch of different themes that are going to look the best for your blog. There are hundreds of themes to choose from, and you don't have to choose the specific or perfect one that you want because you can always go back and change them. So I would suggest just choosing a few that you like and testing them out because, like I said, you can always change them and you can download as many as you want, and you don't have to go with WordPress themes. There are a bunch of companies that create themes for WordPress. I personally like Pipdig. That is the theme that I use on my blog. I also like Independent. As you can see, that is the theme for this one. So you can Google and see other themes that you may like. Once you have a theme, now you can customize it. So customizing it is honestly where all the fun happens because now you get to choose your colors, choose your backgrounds, choose all the fun stuff and elements that you want your blog to have. So this is the screen that it brings you to once you click on customization. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different categories that you can choose from, such as site identity, headers, colors, and a bunch of other things that are going to create your blog. So if you click on to site identity, that's just where you create your blog's title and name, and you can create the tagline, headline, add a bunch of other things. You can also go through the colors and choose whatever colors that you want. My colors are black and white, and also once I highlight it, it's pink. So instead of having your name like the paint couch, you can also create a header design. So a lot of people will create a design on Canva, which is just your header, and it can replace the words, and you can just have that image there. So when people come on, it can still say the paint couch, but it'll actually be a full-blown header. Moving on to the background image, as you can see, my background is just a plain white background, but some people like to have images, and you can choose whatever image that you want to be your background. I've seen some people who have a fashion blog, and it may be like a collage of like heels, or if people have beauty ones, it may be like lipsticks or makeup products. So you can always just be creative and do what you want. I chose just white because I like minimal, but if you do want to have a background image, go ahead and create that. Now this is where you add your menu. So when you had previously created your pages and your categories and then your menu structure, this is where you would add it. So you would have to basically select the menu where you added all of your pages under. And once you do that, it's just going to automatically have all your categories pop up just like how it is on the website. The final steps are just adding your widgets. So widgets are anything that are on your sidebar or on your footer. It can be different things like a calendar, it could be your pins, it could be your Instagram account. So you can play around with that and choose whichever widgets that you want and where you want them to be. And then after you choose your widgets, you are just going to choose your blog page. So this is what people are going to see when they click onto your blog. You can choose to either have a static page or you can choose to have a regular home page that displays your recent blog posts. So whichever one that you want, you can go ahead and decide that. And that's all you have to do in customization. Obviously, if there's other stuff you want to add, you can go ahead and add that, but those are the basics. Now you are all set and you can go ahead and create your first blog post. And if you need a little bit of help with that, you can always go onto Pinterest and there will be a ton of ideas that you can search. So good luck and have fun writing. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you do create a blog. And if you do, let me know. I would love to see it and subscribe to it. So definitely leave a comment if you like this video and if you do end up creating a blog, and also leave me a comment about other social media tips that you would like to see because I am going to definitely love creating these. So, bye.